Hello, this is Rochelle Agatha, and this is the course My Accounting Lab Overview Lectures for Managerial Accounting. And if you notice, I'm sitting in my Blackboard page on the My Accounting Lab tab. And the first thing you're going to need is your student registration handout for this class, which is here for my section of 202. If you're listening to this video and you're taking this course from another instructor, please don't register into my class. Notice the Agatha. You need to register in your own instructor's class. So here, print this out because this is what you're going to need to actually get into this class. So go ahead and print that out. There's several things you can do before we actually register. There are many tours that Pearson has developed. So if you click on, after this, if you need more help, if you click on the My Student Lab Tours, it'll take you to Pearson's website. And if you come on down to Get Registered, Students Get Registered, and you watch this Get Started and registration video, it is really good. So I would do that after you watch mine because it'll walk you through all the steps you need besides the handout. So going back to Blackboard, you either purchase the book from the bookstore with the access or you're going to buy it directly from Pearson. So if you purchased it from the bookstore with the actual access, you can click on the My Accounting Lab and you can say register student need access, and you can enter the code that came in your book with you, and it's a long code. Please don't copy and paste, enter it and then hit continue, and it'll walk you through what you need to continue entering based on that handout that you just downloaded. If you don't have let's go back to my accounting lab. If you don't have the access, then you can actually purchase it as you go. So either way, you can do it that way. So watch the video. Don't get confused as you're flipping around. Pearson has many MyLab products. They have My Biz Lab, My Accounting Lab, and then their overall MyLab help is called MyLab and Mastering MyLab. So it's important that you just kind of keep that straight, and that's why I pointed you to this help so that you can get help if you need help getting registered. When you go to register, you can register with temporary access and not pay for, I think it's 20 days. If you do it that way, save the email so that you can, when you actually do pay, you follow the instructions, and you can get into the class and keep all of the information that you did as a temporary. So I'm going to sign on real quick. Please note that when you register in My Accounting Lab, use the same name you used in Blackboard, your first and last name. If your name has changed for whatever reason, go back to the college and make sure they update your contact information. So here you are, and I teach a lot of classes, so I'm going to go into my 202 class. And from here, now that you're registered, you're going to see that there's assignments, and assignments are homework and tests. So these correspond with your course calendar. So when you go in, you're going to see them all set up, and you're going to click on, there's a media and a chapter for each chapter. And when you go into the media, there's all kinds of information. There's a PowerPoint, flashcards, accounting cycle tutorial, some different stuff. Each media I put in some different things just to give you some help. You click on them and you get the points, but they're helpful tools. Then you're going to go and do your homework. So before you do your homework, you should have read the book, and then you can go to my website that you're familiar with at this point, and you can watch the chapter narrated PowerPoint. So for chapter 1, here's the narrated PowerPoint. You click on it, and you can listen to me talk about the chapter. So that's very helpful if you like the verbal. So you can read, you can listen, and then you're going to go in and you're going to do your homework. So when you click on your homework, if you haven't used My Accounting Lab before, there's several problems inside of each chapter. You'll see that it's 30 points for this chapter, and each problem has got several points attached to it. I set them up where you can do them as many times as you want before the due date. However, if you go and you do check my answer too many times, it will boot you out and make you start all over again so that the numbers change. So keep that in mind. But you can do the whole problem set as many times as you want before the due date, and I suggest you keep doing it till you get 100%. Same thing, there's e-text pages if you bought the access with e-text. If you didn't, you can't click on the e-text. Calculator, Ask My Instructor. After you've tried everything, you've read, you've listened, you've attempted, if you can't figure out and you need more help, you're going to click on the Ask My Instructor. And you're going to type me a question. You're not just going to shoot this to me and say, I'm stuck, I don't know, help. You're going to say, Rochelle, I tried to do X, Y, and Z, or please see the attached Excel file where I set my problem up. I'm really good with those kinds of questions. If you set your problem up in Excel, or you write me in here how you set your problem up and where you're stuck, it makes your learning experience better and my response and working with you more efficient. So you're going to go through and do every chapter assignment by the due date on the course calendar, and make sure that you whatever you submit it, and whatever's there at the end of the due date is what will be graded. Please remember that I do not upload scores weekly. I do it after each exam, so it happens 4 times. The study plan. The quizzes and tests will be there once they're ready, and right now all you're going to see is these sample pre and post tests. So you can do these as part of extra study and part of the study plan. They're not graded, but when you look at your study plan, there's a whole lot of extra information, and Pearson has behind the scenes a Newton generator where the more work you do, the more it learns where you're stuck, and it provides more problems. So for chapter 1, you can practice and quiz me. All this is additional mastery learning, and it's really great. So I would do as much as you can and put as much effort into this class as you can. Your results are here for My Accounting Lab, but please keep in mind this is not the gradebook of record Blackboard is. And there's your e-text. I don't email out of here or use discussion board or anything out of here. We do that all through Blackboard, so I would go into Blackboard for that. So let's go back and have a quick little overview. From your Blackboard page, let me go back into our Blackboard page. You're going to click on the My Accounting Lab tab within your course, which is Accounting 202, and in there were several different tools, one of which was the Sign On to My Accounting Lab. The other was the course ID that you need to get into the course, which is here. You're going to register into the course. If you're having trouble registering into the course, that's where you're going to watch the Get Registered videos, which are here. And some people are fine just learning, just following these instructions, and they work really well. Other people like the video. Once you're in, save that email that you get when you're registered, and then you get going on your homework and you follow the course calendar. So if you have any questions at all, please send me an email, and make sure when you're done listening to this video, you go into the participation and attendance if you're in my class and answer the questions in the space provided and hit submit. Thank you.